They should.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I have to think about that. It's a good one.
I think they would. Maybe because they also saw Giannis up and close and personal beat them for an NBA championship 5 years ago. But I think they would.
That's a good one. I need to have a little bit of a think on that. I'm not sure if they would, but that's a good one. Golden State, you can't do like
you can't do Steph. They would not trade Steph. And I think that's what we're learning. What more teams would have just hold on to the guy that they already have.
Coming up, we'll take more of your calls. You can get in on this as well. Plus, the biggest Super Bowl storylines. That's next on ESPN Radio.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
Access to education changes lives. That's why National University provides flexible online and hybrid programs from associate to doctorate degrees. Since 1971, NU was built to serve non-traditional working and military learners nationwide. NU understands the demands of work, family, and service. Each year, more than 130,000 learners trust National University to move forward. Visit nu.edu to learn more.
News now on 102.7 The Game.
Reporting for Cromwell Media News, I'm Rob Nichols. Authorities are investigating a cabin fire in Kentucky as a possible case of arson. The blaze broke out Sunday afternoon in the 14,000 block of Highway 136, engulfing a two-story log cabin in Henderson County. Firefighters from several departments, including Niagara, Reed, Robert, Zion, and Basket, responded to the call. Henderson City and County Rescue Squad and Henderson Emergency Management provided additional support. Crews succeeded in extinguishing the flames by 6 p.m. Kentucky State Fire Marshal's office is now leading the investigation as officials seek to determine the cause of the fire, whether or not it was intentionally set. An investigation is underway after a man was found dead following a fire in Hardin County. Authorities say flames erupted Saturday, the residential camper on South Dixie Highway. Once the fire was under control, crews found the body of the unidentified victim inside. The cause of the blaze will be determined by the Kentucky Fire Marshal's office. Valentine's Day brings a heartfelt initiative from the Kentucky State Police, who are encouraging residents to support children in crisis by purchasing Trooper teddy bears. Priced at $20 during a special sale running through February 16th, each bear helps fund the Trooper Teddy Project, distributing stuffed bears to youngsters facing traumatic events like car accidents or severe illness. Every dollar raised ensures troopers have these comforting toys immediately available to children. I'm Rob Nichols reporting.
Game day starts before kickoff. Get ready for the big game with help from Menards. Find great deals on sofas and recliners to keep guests comfortable all game long. Score big savings and stock up on game day goodies. Shop a variety of snacks and drinks to keep your party fueled up. Make Menards a part of your game plan. Shop in store or on Menards.com and save big money.
Save big money at Menards.
If you want the best local, regional, and national sports coverage, then you need to listen to Live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans. Catch them every Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. on Owensboro Sports Station, 102.7 The Game, courtesy of Foreman, Watson, Hultree.
Oh, cold and brisk autumn night, the spirits scream with much delight. Ghostly Productions provides the frights. Get you ready for Halloween night.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 102.7 The Game.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast. For the overnight hours, mostly cloudy with a low of 20 degrees. On Wednesday, clearing and colder, a high of 28. Then clear again on Wednesday night with a low of 13. On Thursday, sunny and cold with a high temperature of 31 degrees. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast.
From the Floor Concept Studios. Legally, we're WLME 102.7 FM, Lewisport. But you can just call us The Game. 102.7. 102.7.
We're on the air.
102.7.
Well, it's starting early today, isn't it?
You have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor? Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Live at 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree. One call for injury law. That's FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner here, just barely making it to the Floor Concept Studios.
Oh, you had plenty. You had 32 seconds to spare.
Yes, it's a long time.
That is a long time.
Can happen, you know. But
ask Amber.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Man, I tell you, that's a great way to start the show today. I needed that laugh.
I know.
I told you when I came in, I said, hey, Vic, you're going to have to
I had to keep you on the lasso
keep
today.
me in check today. It's not. I've been tested a lot today. The enemy is after me today. Like, he's after me. And, you know, I don't know. The best way I can put it is I'm frustrated.
Well, I mean.
And it has nothing to do with sports. It has nothing to do with my home life. Both are excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand
factors.
it. I can understand it, but
listen, I spent an hour, man, in the cold. Like, it was like 5 degrees out there, shoveling the entire front of my house where I could park my car safe and sound.
And then they,
I guess somebody came down the street and decided to
with the snow
knock
plow.
all the snow back over in front of the house. And not only that, but it's like, it's not even snow anymore. It's like slush.
Yeah, slush.
And like I saw 3 cars hung up on the street across from me. Bluff had one hung up. There was one coming off 26 in McConnell that was hung up. And, yeah, man, I'm frustrated with the roads. I mean, wasn't that like Saturday before last?
Yes.
I'm not trying to put nobody on blast because I'm ignorant. Like,
No,
I'm ignorant to the rules and everything, but I think a lot of folks around Owensboro are pretty frustrated, man, with this road situation. I mean, these side roads, man, are almost impassable. Right now, it's worse today than it was a week ago. It's like so bad. Like, there's certain roads you just can't go down.
No, that is true.
There's not a business in town that don't have their parking lot cleared.
Yeah, but they usually, you know, they call other people and do that.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Ding, 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 ding. Guess what? When was the last time we had a snowstorm that we dumped 7 inches and it was 0 degrees for a week and a half?
It's been a long time.
20 years, right?
Yep.
So I think that's an outlying situation. Maybe
yeah, it is. And I think I'm sure some of it has to do with the amount of equipment, you know, after, you know, if you only get these snowstorms and I don't know how much equipment the city of Owensboro has.
How many places in town have their parking lots cleared? Did the city clear the parking lots?
No.
Just get on the phone. Hey, who's got one of these little, you know, tractors with the front end loader on it? We go out here and scrape. You know, somebody did it over here where my daughter, you know, my daughter's mom's house. I mean, the whole street.
Yeah, we had somebody on our street. I unfortunately wasn't there to like do, you know, pay him to do my street, my driveway. I finally got my car out of the driveway today for the first time. Now, mine's not a great car to drive. You know, it's a rural drive car, so it's not a great car to drive.
I keep getting these NTI days. Here's the thing. I need, as you can see today, right here by the, you know, the beginning of the show, I need as much church in my life as I can get.
You do.
And that's
called Dan Bartlett a call.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's the youth minister there where I go, right? So, you know, they cancel church if there's no school. Well, we get NTI tomorrow again.
Yes.
But the funny thing is, so I'm frustrated about that because I'm like, man, I desperately need Jesus. You know, I get in there and get my fill of Jesus so I can calm down. But man, I get this, you know, these messages that go out from OPS are hilarious. Like, oh yeah, the roads are, you know, tomorrow's probably going to be better. Are we sure? Like, are we sure? Well, because I think I've got that same message like 3 days, and I'm not sure today it's not worse than it was yesterday.
Not only the roads too, but you know, basically the way the thing's done, all the sidewalks. You know, like, you know, you look at like, you know, I go by Newton Parish every day. You know, on my way to work and on my way home. And that's a place where a lot of kids in those neighborhoods will walk to school.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming OPS. They're absolutely in the right. Like, I live in the city school district, and if you're trying to drive a bus down my street right now, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
So, I mean, that's...
How's the hill right there up from your street where you come down and turn onto McConnell? That hill there, because I grew up in Trinity Hills.
McConnell's not bad. McConnell doesn't really have the big... It's Bluff, and that Bluff is on the snow route. So it was cleared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just know that was, you know, when we used to, you know, I lived in Trinity Hills and you go the back way out and there used to be that little mom and pop grocery store right there on Bluff.
I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
Like, where you go when you go to if you come out of your driveway and turn left.
Okay.
All right, go to the stop sign and turn right. About halfway down, there's like and it's not now. It used to be a grocery store. Now I think it's like a couple of apartments that are sitting there on your left.
Oh yeah.
Well, they used to be a mom and pop grocery store when I was growing up.
Now those have been pretty good.
We
that
would, that little hill. You would ride your bike, you get to the top of Bluff, and I'll never forget a funny story. Is Schuler and I one day, I think my bike was broke. This is great. Ryan Stewart across the street got a brand new bike. And so I was like, hey, let me ride. He's like, no, you'll tear it. I was like, Ryan, we're going down here to get like something to drink. And I'll bring your bike right back. So we're riding his bike, and we're going down that hill.
Oh, no.
And we're like, I'm like.
Probably like a Mongoose Pro.
Well, I'm like swerving in front of Schuler.
Yeah.
And I cut him off, and his I think it was his little pegs went through the front
pegs.
and knocked out every spoke of that wheel.
Disaster.
So the wheel just crumbles.
Oh.
Now, here's the worst part. I jump on the back of Schuler's bike with him
left
his bike there.
Of course you did.
I mean, that was so wrong.
Right.
Ryan Stewart, if you're out there listening,
sorry about your bike,
I am
man.
sorry. I mean, I was probably 13 or 14 at the time. I am sorry about your bike.
Yeah.
Because I think he had it for like 2 days, and I destroyed it.
Yeah. And sorry about the. I'm just irrationally mad. I guess I busted my thumb. The listeners can. I'm pretty weak. I got busted my thumb today.
Oh,
I had to re-shovel the drive.
Well, yesterday I shoveled the drive to get my car out. And that way I could get it out. Go inside.
I'm surprised you're in your car today.
Yeah, well, I got my thing cleaned. As long as you stay on the main road, that's good. But I don't drive it on any side roads because I'll be stuck. But I walked in, and you walk in our house, you got some linoleum, whatever, and then it's hardwood. I don't even thinking about it. I was in these shoes when I was doing the shoveling, and I go in. Of course, ice is built up on the bottom of them because you're out there in the snow and walking around. And Ripley came by, and Abby came by. Of course, Ripley, the Doberman, and Abby, they want to jump on you. When they hit me, I started to slide, and I was trying to get my balance, and I am sliding. No. Dude, I fell, and my right shoulder and my right hip are so because I fell right there on the hardwood floor, being knocked down.
It'll be the death of you. It's like the second or third time they've knocked you over.
Yeah. At some point in time, I'm going to have an ACL injury because Abby just takes your knees out. I know it's going to be an ACL.
You're the guy that has made me understand. Like some of these athletes that say, I fell, my dog tripped me, and I'm like, yeah, right. Like, what was really happening? Now I'm like, well, maybe they did. I don't know. Vic's been knocked over 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but when you got 4 big ones that come running around, and they act like a fool when I come home.
Yeah, I didn't mean to go in on the city road cruise. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know the situation. It's frustrating. It's been a week, almost 2 weeks. It feels like.
And I think parents are getting.
I'm ready to get it. I'm ready to get it out of the way.
You think parents are ready for kids to go back to school?
Yeah, yeah.
I bet wine sales have gone up in the city of Owensboro in the last week and a half.
Gosh, yeah. So there's that, and then. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the other stuff that's annoying me today because then they'll just take me off the air.
There you go.
There's high-powered people in Owensboro.
You can find brigands for that.
Yeah, yes.
That's a different show.
Right.
They just go whatever.
Right. But Beyond the Bench, go ahead and book me a 15-minute time slot for Sunday because I need to get some stuff off my chest.
I don't know if you saw his comment about women's English literature major. In college.
No.
On Monday.
Well, just listen to Beyond the Bench. We're not touching it. Download the Owensboro Radio app. Listen anywhere in the world if you want. If you dare. You can text us on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line.
So it came across on the text line. It was Derek.
Derek, that's awesome.
He texts.
I got it right, man.
Yes, it was on the text line.
Yes.
He texts. He said, "You got it right, Steve." Derek.
I mean, if you're one of the hardcore 13 listeners of Live at 5,
you better know their name.
I've got to get the name right. Big shout out to Derek, man. Thanks for listening. You can text in 270-903-0389. We're streaming out there on social media today. We're also you can also listen to the audio Apple podcast. I get that wrong I'm about to change that. It says iTunes still on my sheet, and I read it every time. Spotify as well. Hey, Jalen wanted me to remind everybody tonight, live stream Hancock at McLean girls basketball, McLean County News Network. Good to see him back on the hardwood. I didn't think those games would take place.
Yeah, and you also got Ohio and Muhlenberg playing that, and that on the girls' side has major implications.
Who punches their ticket tonight?
If Ohio wins, they go to the regional tournament.
Yeah.
Punch their ticket already. If Muhlenberg wins, McLean County punches their ticket. So Jalen and them will have one eye on that girls' score too.
Oh, no doubt. No, we'll talk about that. We got a big reset for girls basketball in our Owensboro Health Top 10.
Sectional tournament tonight over on CJ. You got Tell City and North Posey today, 6:30 on CJ 1057, courtesy of ATTC Manufacturing. Aaron Owen will be over there.
We're going to set the stage for that, too, in the top 10. And then you got Owensboro and Bowling Green tonight, too, right? With
over
Dan
on
Bartlett?
VJS, courtesy of Don Moore Automotive.
Maybe I'll just go over there and do the game with Dan. I'll get my Jesus from
There you
Dan.
go. There you go. He can sermon you right there while you are doing the game.
Golly, I need it. I'm not in a bad mood or anything. Just frustration's boiling over. The enemy's after me, man.
Well, I just think everybody's been cooped up and you've been kind of stuck in your house for a week and a half, and it's just really easy to get frustrated.
Yeah. No, I'll leave it to that. We'll move it on, and that's what this
Racing
show.
NASCAR on your F1 on your PlayStation.
Yeah.
That'll release some
no
energy.
snow on those tracks,
There you
right?
go.
Maybe unless it's Bowman Gray. Might be. But no, man.
I do
it's
want to
gonna
say
be therapy. I'm gonna have fun the rest of the show.
A little programming note for the NASCAR fans. We were scheduled to have Bowman Gray on Sunday. We were scheduled to have Bowman Gray on Monday, and they moved it again to Wednesday. And the problem is you run into a Louisville basketball conflict, so we will not have the Bowman Gray race on VJS on Wednesday because of Louisville basketball. I just figured one's an exhibition and one's a real game, and so you had to kind of pick and choose. We tried twice.
I follow Matt Weaver, who covers motorsports better than anybody else other than Blake Smith. Who showed a map of Daytona, right? So I guess Bowman Gray's not necessarily out of the woods. They don't know for sure if they're going to be able to roll on Wednesday or not. Not only that, but there's like a hurricane or something forming. Like, what, is it?
I did talk to Blake today, and he talked to the NASCAR, the president of Daytona International, because he talks to everybody.
Yeah, we had that interview. We could drop in sometime this week.
He did say. Well, because Blake, I guess, in a second interview or a conversation with him, that was not a realistic option of bringing the Bowman Gray race to Nashville.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not.
Daytona.
I'm sure the logistics of that's a nightmare. What I was trying to say is if there really is some sort of tropical system moving in for the Daytona, I mean, NASCAR's off to a rough start.
Yes.
I mean, you lose your Clash and your maybe possibly Daytona 500 in jeopardy, too. Don't want to rain on Blake Smith's parade.
IndyCar's got the Freedom 500, the Freedom 250, though.
You can get Blake's opinion on it out at the Horn Center tonight, because I know there's a big 12th district clash out there with them in Edmonson County. We got to move on. We're 12 minutes in. I mean, that was me whining for 7 of them. And this show is therapy because I'll leave feeling better.
Always.
And then I can go make Amber feel better about the day. That's my job for the rest of the show.
There you go.
And to tell you what, if you're a third region boys basketball fan, you may not feel super better about the draw that came out today because it ain't great.
I don't think it's terrible.
It ain't great.
Listen, I mean, I know if you look at it on the boys' side, if you took chalk, which you and I both know it won't be chalk, 4 of the 5 top teams in the state are on one side of the bracket.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, you look back. I mean, compare it to like 2015. When Owensboro went, you kind of got a game. I like that warm-up game.
Well,
No.
I still like I like the third region champion. I like the matchup of the 5th, even though it's Caverna or Adair or LaRue. I still like that match. It's some interesting storylines because let's just say it goes chalk. You got Davis County Caverna. That's a rematch. Or how about if it's Grayson and LaRue County for the Martis Bowl? I mean, there's some great storylines in a first round matchup depending on who was to win.
There is. I mean, the 5th region, it is what it is. I wouldn't necessarily call it a get right game to start.
No, but
tournament.
I think out of the gate, the only thing you don't want to do is draw the 6th or 7th first.
Yeah, or
the 9th.
Yeah, there's several. I mean, there's a lot of good basketball teams around the state. Number one, I didn't address it yesterday. Davis County voted number 1, right?
In the KSR poll, they're number 1. In the media poll that Jason Frakes has, I think they're number 3 still.
Gotcha.
And then, but like in the Kentucky, there's a lot of other polls out there, and the majority of them have Davis County number 1. Davis County was won by a wide margin, almost unanimously in the KSR poll.
First time in school history, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, I mean, think about it, Davis County.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a long history.
Yeah.
To be the first time ever at Davis County, like Natalie Powers Payne winning the first ever regional last year. Now you got the boys, first time being number 1 in the state. Big things happening out there for the Panthers.
As Brad Payne says, it's a destination school.
Whoa, I'm not touching that one either. We're going to move on. Taylor County 15-8, Adair County 15-5, Caverna, like you said, LaRue. We'll see how the 5th region tournament plays out. But then you go look at the other side. I mean, you got like Madison Central is a possibility. Some people have them ranked number
in the
one.
second round or in the
second round. Yeah, 20-2 potentially. But you look at Madison Central there in the 11. You got Frederick Douglass in there, Lexington Catholic, Bryan Station. So it's not a cake. The 11.
No, it's 11's tough.
It's tough, and so I would likely put one of those teams in your path.
And then you're going to have like Trinity or Covcath. Now if they goes chalk, those
St.
X and Covcath will play in the first round, and they're on your side of the bracket. And
think about if you're St. X and you have to run that gauntlet that is the 7th, and your reward is you get to go play Covcath right out the gate.
Well, think about it. You'd have Covcath, but also in the semis you would get like Davis County or Madison Central, two top 5 teams. I mean, I will say at least the other side of the bracket may be a little easier than the Davis County or Grayson side of the bracket.
It's a little bit. I mean, North Oldham potentially over there. I mean, there's a couple.
The 7th region champion is going to be over there.
No, 6th.
Or 6th.
Yeah, 6th would be who is top of the 6th? I mean, I'm thinking Evangel Christian, but there's another school that's escaping me over there in the 6th. Either way, there's going to be there's good basketball teams across. I do think Davis County's on the tougher Davis County. Sorry about that.
The third region.
The third region. Wow, just outed myself. My pick would be Davis County, but on the tougher side of the bracket. So, we'll see how it plays out. You never know. These regional tournaments are gauntlets. I mean, so we'll let it play out and we'll readdress it come tournament time. But on the girls' side,
J-Town's the other team that's over. It's really good.
I was looking for. Yeah, how could I forget?
Here's the problem:
J-Town, my most hated team in the state.
Here's the problem, though: those JCPS schools, they may not practice and play again for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
I mean, they had a thing the other day where they had the bowling team go and play. Cheerleaders got to go to Florida for the national competition, but the basketball team couldn't practice.
Yeah,
like the rules that JCPS has and the stuff they come out with is weird. And they wonder why so many kids go to private schools in Louisville.
Yeah, again, man, I'm just trying to stay positive. I don't want to leave JPS out of it because I have
JPS is a joke.
I definitely have some thoughts.
Yeah,
but I'm just going to leave those on the table.
It's a joke.
Leave them right here in the old head. Let's go to the girls' side. 14th region is what we drew there.
It's a good first round draw.
Yeah, I like that. But then you're looking at potentially a second round matchup. Or on the same side of the bracket, I should say, as Simon Kenton. Ashland's over there as well. So once you get through that first game, it gets a little tougher. Sacred Heart is on the opposite side. But there are some publications that have Simon Kenton number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what we're setting up for? Because that's what it looks like on paper if you just did the math. It's Simon Kenton Sacred Heart State Championship.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, go Simon Kenton. I mean, no disrespect to Sacred Heart. I just want something different for a change. But, that was the draw was today, and we'll follow that all season long now. The 5th region will be one for the boys to eye, and the 14th region there for the girls is Hazard. They're 12-9. Letcher County Central 15-8. Knott Central 16-7. Breathitt County 10-5. But, so I think the girls got a little bit better draw, at least out of the gate, than the boys' side did. We're going to pause it for Karen Gross.
So I was going to say, Sacred Heart, they lost in the semis to our
semis of a holiday tournament or something.
No, I was going to say, I was trying to think of Simon Kenton if they were there last year, if they had it. Yeah, they got upset by Douglas last year in the first round.
In the first round of state. Yeah. So, they're 22-1 right now. Pretty impressive record. We'll pause it for Karen Gross, realtor with RE/MAX Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. Give her a call at 270-315-9810. Find her at KarenGross.net. It's live at 5, 1027 The Game.
What distinguishes Foreman Watson Houltry from many other law firms? It's the pride we take in the communities we serve, stemming from the deep roots our attorneys have in this region. We view giving back to our hometowns as an obligation, not an option. Foreman Watson Houltry, dedicated to you, committed to justice, FWHlegal.com.
How do winners win shopping for a new vehicle?
The Red Tag event at Don Moore on 54. They'll be winning, picking, and grinning.
All in one place.
New Chevy Trax, $23,495 or $299 a month.
And with non-commissioned product specialists.
There's no fiddling around.
New Silverado Crew Cab, $39,990 or $499 a month. DonMoreChevy.com.
Scan the code.
Is here, and so are the new 2026 models. Test drive a brand new 2025 with outstanding incentives like 0.9% APR for 60 months on new 2025 Mazda CX-50s and CX-5 Turbo Premiums. New 2025 Mazda CX-30s starting at $26,996 and new 2025 Mazda CX-50 preferred all-wheel drive hybrids starting at $32,987. It's the Mazda More to Move You winter sales event going on now through January 5th. Learn more at OwensboroMazda.com.
Whether it's one item or 100, Pat Hayden Moving gets it there safely and stress-free. As a proud alumni of Owensboro Catholic, Pat Hayden Moving is honored to support the aces on the field, in the classroom, and throughout the community. Big move, small move, we've got your back. One item or 100, we'll move it for you. Call Pat Hayden Moving today and support a business that supports Owensboro Catholic. Local, loyal, on the move.
PSC Fiber is building the region's fastest fiber optic network to deliver essential internet to Perry, Spencer, and DuBois counties. With the customer service and tech support you expect from neighbors, access to high-speed, reliable internet has a positive impact on economic development and social well-being. The ways we communicate have changed a lot in over 70 years, and PSC Fiber is always leading the way. Call 800-511-4899 or visit us at pscfiber.net to see how PSC Fiber is here for you.
Looking to start your day with a little main character energy? Swing by the Crim Coffee House in downtown Owensboro. From handcrafted coffee to irresistible sweets, we've got everything you need to feel a little more like the lead in your story. The vibe, cozy, inviting, and full of character. The location, right in the heart of downtown. Whether you're catching up with friends or grabbing a solo pick-me-up, the Crim Coffee House is your spot to shine. Stop by today at 109 East 2nd Street. It's your story. Make it caffeinated.
Southwire in Hallsville has been family-owned since 1950 and strives to be generationally sustainable for years to come. They are one of the leading manufacturers of wire and cable used in the transmission and distribution of electricity. Southwire delivers power to millions of people around the world. Their mission, to be a preferred provider of solutions to the electrical industry by providing innovative products and services with exceptional quality and delivering on our promises. They also are proud supporters of all Hancock County athletics. Go Hornets!
Hi, this is Duke Brubaker at Champion Mazda in Owensboro. Winter is here, and so are the new 2026 models. Test drive a brand new 2025 with outstanding incentives like 0.9% APR for 60 months on new 2025 Mazda CX-50s and CX-5 Turbo Premiums. New 2025 Mazda CX-30s starting at $26,996 and new 2025 Mazda CX-50 preferred all-wheel drive hybrids starting at $32,987. It's the Mazda More to Move You winter sales event going on now through January 5th. Learn more at OwensboroMazda.com.
No, it's not Beyond the Bench. It's Live at 5 here, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry. Live from the Floor Concept Studio. Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans here, getting set for an Owensboro Hell Top 10. Before we do, wanted to set the stage outside the Top 10 a little bit and talk about, you said, big games tonight on the girls' side. McLean's big Muhlenberg fans tonight, right? Because if Ohio County wins, and we're going to cover Ohio County in a little bit, but if Ohio County wins, they're the 1 seed. If Muhlenberg wins on the girls' side tonight, McLean is the 1 seed. And the Lady Cougars getting it going a little bit. You can check that stream out, McLean County News Network tonight with Jalen and company. But McLean, they've won 4 straight after they had lost 5 straight.
Been streaky. Like, they won 7 straight earlier, lost 5 straight, wins 4 straight. I think you're going to get that. But, yeah, it's they got a nice win against Owensboro the other night, and this will be an interesting one they got tonight.
Yeah, and, I'm not so sure the team will be more focused on Hancock. Not so sure everyone in the bleachers, though. Or is it more – because, if you don't have to play Muhlenberg – to get to the Sports Center, what a feather in the cap. Because Muhlenberg, good basketball team. They're 11-12.
They've been playing much better.
They did. They've dropped 2 straight. They got above 500. They were 11-10 and dropped 2 straight. But Wilkins is one of the better players in the region.
Let me ask you. I'm just curious. If you're if Stephen A. Turner is the head coach of Muhlenberg County girls basketball team,
you don't have 11 wins.
No. But which team would you rather play? You're having to play in the district elimination game.
Yeah.
Would you rather play McLean at McLean?
That's a good question.
Or would you rather play Ohio County at McLean?
I don't think it matters. You know, both. McLean blew out Ohio, and then they lost to Ohio. So, I mean, to me, I think Ohio's playing a little bit better basketball lately. I don't know, man. I mean,
I think it's a better matchup against Ohio for them.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. It's tough to say. I mean, I think you go out there and just play it.
Yeah.
Just play it out, see what happens. Because Muhlenberg don't like McLean. They certainly don't like Ohio. So, I mean, you're not trying to help nobody. You're just trying to help yourself. And at the end of the day, like Herman Edwards say, you play
to win the
game. And, tonight, McLean County definitely wants Muhlenberg to win that one. We'll talk about Ohio in a minute. Let's move it over to the 12th, where Butler County, just a game under 500 at 8-9. They're 2-2 in district play, coming off a big win over Trinity. And Trinity's at Edmondson. I believe, they're at Edmondson Friday. Excuse me. Butler's at Edmondson Friday, and Edmondson's at 3-1, right, in the district. And they're led by Ava Wilson. I had to mention them because Wilson's having such a big season. 17.6 points per game, 13.6 rebounds per game. I'm a little surprised that Butler's at 8-9, though.
I am, too. A lot of that has to do with shooting woes. I mean, and if you look at the rebounding stats, Wilson at 13.6. I think they've got another young lady that's just Skaggs right around 10. Like, if you look at their shooting percentages, they do not shoot the basketball well. And as, the professor says, to win the game, you got to put the ball in the hoop more than the other team. And it's really hard.
Funny you mentioned the professor. He wanted me to double down on my rant on the roads.
Oh,
he was in Chicago on Friday. I guess they got a blizzard while he was there for that hockey tournament that Derek was playing in. And he was like, they didn't let schools out early. He's like, they were in school, and it was a blitz. I'm like, what? But I feel like that Chicago's a little more equipped.
Yes.
For the bad weather. But he was trying, really encouraging me. The professor.
What was really cool? I saw a thing. I think it was from like Norway, where they had like the diesels that would go down, and then like these things that ate the snow and spit it out, almost like a combine.
Oh yeah.
And that's what they did down all these roads. It was really cool. But I mean, cost
one time I went to
too.
Fargo, North Dakota in February, and the snow was stacked so high on the side of the road you couldn't see the houses. I'm not making this up. Like, you would literally feel like you were driving through a cave in neighborhoods.
Really?
Because the snow was stacked so high you could only see the roofs of the houses. Like, it's almost like you had a privacy
To get
fence.
back what I was saying to Butler, shooting as a team 33.4% from the field and 18.9% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that tells a story, That tells 8 and 9. But when you got Wilson, Skaggs pretty good too. You got an opportunity there in district play. Trinity, they host Edmondson County tonight on the boys and the girls side out there at the Horn Center. 11-11 for the Lady Raiders. Right now, I believe they're locked into the 4 seed. But you have some games where you can ruin the season for others. I mean, as far as district seeding goes, it starts tonight with Edmondson County. And I believe they got Grayson County on Friday. But, yeah, they are at Grayson County on Friday. The Meserves are right at 15 points per game each.
Yeah, not surprising. and even though they're going to be the 4 seed, whether it's Edmondson or it's Grayson as the 1 seed, they better play well the night of the district tournament.
Yeah. And Edmondson and Grayson, it's a log jam at the top. But
I would say this.
I would separate them slightly, but they're not off upset alert, either one of them.
No, I will say, I think this is a year, to be honest with you, I think this is a year for me anyway in the girls' district that, and probably in the boys' district too, the top 2 seeds are heavier favorites to punch their ticket for the regional tournament come district tournament. I do think like the 9th district on the boys' side, 2 versus 3 could go either way. But I do think Grayson and Edmondson, if you play that district tournament, they're going to win a big majority of those times. I favor Meade over Hancock on the boys and girls side over there.
Yeah, they're 10-8. That's what I was getting. Meade's 10-8. Hancock's 8-10. Meade won game 1 by 14. They play again Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. The way Meade's trending, certainly they played Breck real tough. The way it's trending, it looks like it's Breck Meade again. Hancock still has upset potential.
Yes.
A ways to go. Let's get to the Owensboro Health Top 10. Let's and kick it off with the team we've talked about already, the Ohio County Lady Eagles, 10-9. Haven't played since that win over Webster on January 23rd. But how about 10-3 since an 0-6 start?
Yeah.
Coach Hill turned that thing around, mostly due to Jacomowitz.
Jacomowitz has played at an elite level. She has.
Her average, I felt like through the first like 7 games in that losing streak, probably around, I think it was around like 11 a game. She jumped it all the way up to almost 16 a game.
Yeah, and
she had
then
a couple big.
Well, I mean, you look at it. Last week she was our Hawkins Avenue Eagle of the Week. She, in those games that week, she averaged 23.5 points per game.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's winning basketball, right? She needs it tonight because the 1 seed's on the line at Muhlenberg, and it'll be a big one, and certainly one we'll be talking about on tomorrow's show. At the 9 spot is Edmonson County, 12-6 overall in the season. Last beat Grayson County on the 23rd. They have won 6 out of 7, led by Carrie Ann Williams, 19 points, 14 rebounds. And again, they're at the house Blake Smith built out there tonight. That Trinity, right? The voice of the Raiders. They'll be hosting that one, and then they host Butler County. So a big district week for Edmonton.
Huge district week, and looking at it, I didn't think we would have anybody really challenge her, but that's going to be an interesting race. Her and Ava Wilson going down for the rebounding, Kellyanne Harris stat leader of the rebounding leader of the ESPN Owensboro area by the end of the year. It's tighter than what I thought it would be.
Yeah, Ava's trying to steal it out from her grasp, right? But it's a 12th district battle. We also have an interesting Edmonson County guest for Live at 5. Kyle Pierce sent the information over this morning to us about celebrating the state champions, right, from Edmonson
Friday.
County.
They're going to do that Friday against Butler, 1976 state champions. There's a book coming out written by the author. I think it's called The Mammoth Miracle, and he's going to join us on Live at 5 on Thursday.
Yeah, I think it's a great story.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll have him on. Vic's going to interview him tomorrow. We'll have it on Thursday right here on Live at 5. A shout-out to Edmonton. Edmonton state champs. I mean, at one point,
there's people back in the day that will tell you that, and we see it now, but there was a huge push in the early 70s, mid-70s about class basketball, and they'll tell you that the Edmonton win in 76 kind of shut all that talk down,
right,
and kind of saved one class Sweet 16.
Well, I know we kind of, we don't always see eye to eye with tournaments and travel and all this stuff with Edmonton. But at the end of the day, man, if they kept us from going to class basketball, they're the saviors of basketball in the entire state of Kentucky.
Yeah,
that's true.
I would have thought Damon Bailey did that in Indiana whenever they won, but they still went ahead with class basketball and ruined it.
Well, until something changes, we're going to give Edmonton the credit.
There you go.
For keeping class basketball out of the bluegrass, and we still have the best organic high school tournament there is.
Without a doubt.
16.
You got an all-A, you got a 2A. We don't need class basketball. You already got those.
I agree. Hats off to Edmonton for that. Let's move it to 8. That's where Perry Central sitting 14-7, coming off a win over Lanesville Saturday, and they are on a bye. They drew the bye there, and they'll play the winner of that Tell City game you talked about.
Tell City North Posey
10-10. North Posey's 12-11. Tell City did handle North Posey in the regular season 62-47. Reese Ford 15.3 points per game. She'll be on full display tonight on CJ.
Yep.
Right. Hopefully they can move on. I tell you what. How big is it to have a sectional semifinal, Perry Central versus Tell City, 2 really good basketball teams?
Yeah,
too.
that would be on Friday if it happens. And if Tell City wins, they'll play on Friday against Perry, and that would be tremendous for that area too, because people over here don't understand just how quite the hatred is between those two.
Yeah.
Like they're right up there in the top. That rivalry is right up there.
It's tobacco stick
with
level.
the tobacco stick with Catholic Owensboro. Like it's right there.
It is. No, it certainly is. And Perry's like, man, you talked about Tell City during our spot here in the top 10. Well, Perry, evidently, unlike Derek, Perry Central don't listen.
No.
Leopold ain't listening. I've been begging somebody to send some stats or some info all season. So
I even tried
best thing I got for you is you might play Tell City on Friday.
Here's what you got. I was doing the research for the Harris Group stat leaders, and this week we were doing team stat leaders. It's team 3-point shooting percentage. And, so I scour everything, and I pulled up Perry, and I was like, I'm going to say team stat. It's like, great, they got team stats. Hey, they shooting 20% from the 3-point line? Oh, they're 2 of 10. They have literally only 3 games of team stats in Max Preps.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, at least they got that.
On the girls' side.
Okay.
But just 3 games. Like, that doesn't help a whole lot.
No.
Not when you play 21.
Labhart's leading the way.
Yeah,
I'm just taking a shot in the dark.
We're guessing.
She's a heck of a player, but we'll see. I'm cheering for Tell City tonight. That way we can get to Perry Tell City on Friday. At the 7th spot, Grayson County 16-4, had won 6 straight until that loss to Edmonton. So You know, I can hear the Edmonton folks now saying, well, we beat them.
Hold on. They played 2 games. And it was like a combined differential of 6 points.
Right.
Either way.
Right. So you take the better resume, I think, in that point. And so a little bit slightly better for Grayson on the resume side. Bree Jones, a superstar with 18.2 points per game, leading the way for the Lady Cougars. They're at Trinity Friday, and they got McLean again at the Sports Center in a little warm-up for the regional tournament there on Saturday for the Lady Cougars. At number 6, Breckenridge County, 14-7 on the season. They have won 4 out of 5, including that big win over Meade on Sunday. And it looks like it may come down to the RPI for the 1 seed, but I think Breck's in the driver's seat there. And
it would take a total collapse for them to fall down below them and a Meade in the RPI.
Yeah, and Grimes has really emerged.
Yes.
I think a little bit of a slow start to the season. She's really emerged scoring the basketball at 15. Radzewski's still right there at 14 a game. They're at Nelson County tonight. And I tell you what, they've been cooped up too long. They're ready to roll out some games. They got Taylor tonight. Yeah, Mercy on Wednesday, or Taylor on Wednesday, then Mercy on Thursday. So just going back to back to back for Breckenridge County, trying to get some games in through this snow. We'll pause it right there. We'll come back with the Owensboro Health Top 5. It's live at 5, 1027 The Game.
Getting sick was not on my to-do list today. 3 conference calls, the kids have practice, and we need groceries. Who has time for a sinus infection? Fortunately, Owensboro Health Urgent Care offers convenient virtual visits. No long lines or waiting rooms, just quality health care from anywhere that works for me. Now that fits my schedule.
For life's ups and downs, choose Owensboro Health Urgent Care. Start your virtual visit at owensborohealth.org.
It's game on every weekday from 5 to 8 in the morning with Unsportsmanlike. Brought to you by Floor Concepts. Catch Evan, Canty, and Michelle breaking down the biggest stories, the boldest takes, and the realest reactions only on 1027 The Game. Your home for ESPN Radio. Unsportsmanlike delivers the passion every true sports fan craves. Brought to you by Floor Concepts, where design meets durability. It's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings 5 to 8 only on 1027 The Game.
Van Atten's award-winning Pitmaster barbecue sauce. From backyard grills to big events, they make it pit perfect every time. Their food truck and catering can bring the flavor straight to you. And here's a thank you to our hometown heroes. With valid ID, veterans, police, firefighters, and EMS get a free drink with a purchase at the food truck. See where they're serving next, shop the sauce, and book your event at VanAttensBarbecue.com. And follow Van Atten's Pitmaster barbecue sauce on Facebook. Van Atten's, where flavor wins.
This is Travis Holtry from Foreman Watson Holtry. You know, I recognize that there is a stigma against personal injury lawyers, and I understand that stigma because of some of the ways that personal injury lawyers portray themselves. But at Foreman Watson Holtry, we are real people helping real people with their injuries. We are your one call for injury law. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Transform your living space into your dream oasis with Southern Charm Remodeling. We bring Southern elegance to every project with attention to detail and commitment to high-quality results. From kitchen and bathroom remodeling to home additions, painting, outdoor living spaces, concrete, and roofing. Contact us now for a free consultation through Facebook. Call 270-903-0605 or visit SouthernCharmRemodelingKY.com. Southern Charm Remodeling, transforming spaces and inspiring hearts.
Dedicated to finding products that others can't. That is what sets 270 Tactical apart. Right now, forced reset triggers are in stock for the extremely popular Taurus TX22, and they're going fast. FRTs are also available for many other firearms, including AR-15 platforms. Get the full kit and installation when you shop at 270 Tactical. Stop in today and see why shooters trust 270 Tactical for hard-to-find items. 270 Tactical, located at 1737 Sherm Road.
And welcome back to the award-winning Live at 5 here, 102.7 The Game. Do not be fooled by these bumper music coming back here. I already know on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line, Brad Payne let me know that we're out here false advertising on social media.
Hold on, why would we advertise the runner-up?
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To gain listeners.
Come on, we're runner-up.
I mean, I don't know what you're on that show too. You can't. I'm the only one that's really on an island.
No, but I'm on
an island here.
I just try to stay in between them so they don't fight. Is all I'm trying to do.
I do have to stay on their good side though, because I may need to come on and vent some stuff. I feel like I can vent on there. This show's off limits.
Let's make no mistake about it. They take their show a heck of a lot farther than we ever dream of taking our show.
Yeah.
Well,
if I lose their sponsors, it's fine. I'm not trying to lose mine. So I'll show up. I'll show up over there.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know how that show sometimes has sponsors. And the crazy thing is, I don't think they do either.
No, it's incredible. No, and in all seriousness, it's a great show. I'm very entertained anytime I listen, but I really might need to book. I may need to book an appearance soon.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're open anytime.
I don't know. It's like, what does Rand Paul do? It was on sign like Festivus or whatever.
Yeah.
I think come on and just kind of air my grievances.
Well,
out.
that I think Sunday the recording is going to be super early, like pre-Super Bowl, because you got.
We're going out of town.
And Briggins is out of town, so he'll be on the hotline while we record it there. But we'll figure it out.
Soon.
We'll get you on there
very soon.
I'll let you host it with him one day.
Oh yeah, I could do that for sure. Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line. Also, Kyle Pierce. He texts in.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. Number one. Number two. You said it's about time to talk about the third region tournament. I think we should just pivot and talk wrestling, because I think when he came on with the homers, we'd always divvy off into pro wrestling.
There you go.
A lot of interesting topics out there.
Well, let's be honest. Listen,
right now.
Let's be honest, he's more welcome to to come on and give his opinion of it. But I think it's almost gotten to the point of the Sports Center and the third region tournament of putting like a Republican and a Democrat in a room and have them talk about Trump. No matter what this person says, and no matter what this person says,
no one's changing their stance.
No, exactly. And I just think it's at the Sports Center this year, and
it's almost become a joke now.
Yeah, we tease about it because we're
like it's not it's not serious
anymore. No.
And it may be serious to some.
And I'm not saying they don't have a legit argument. I'm not saying that at all. I just think
the horse is dead. It's been kicked. It's been beaten. We'll move on. Let's get back to softball.
There you go.
Because Chris did send the message. He sent a topic for you.
Okay.
For the final segment. It's got a little bit to do with the Yankees. Also had a story that I saw in the MI yesterday that I wanted to highlight in the final segment. We'll talk a little NFL if we have time. Number 5, back to high school basketball on the girls' side. Henderson County, 13-8, sitting there at the 5 spot. They had won 7 of 8 before falling to a really good Marshall County team on Saturday. Atilia Green, 16.1 points per game. They host Webster County tonight, then Union, both district games. I like them there. Maybe the first time in a while they're not like the odds-on favorite to win the second. But
I think it's going to be. Listen,
I still think there's a good chance they win the second.
When you've won like the last 47 tournaments of the second region.
I almost looked it up.
I think it's 13 in a row. I think it's 13 out of 14. I think it's like 16 out of 17, but 13 in a row if I remember correctly.
It's a run.
So whoever it is, you have to get over that stigma. Like we talked about with Catholic sometimes, like when we were talking about, in the state championship game, you get there, you got to first be able to let your mind understand that you can compete in that one. Like there are times, and Coach Morris talks about this. We're playing the team. It's the guys. We're not playing the name of the jersey.
Yeah.
We're not playing. This is not the Bowling Green team that won 3 straight state titles. It's a different Bowling Green team. And I think for the second region on the girls' side of that regional tournament, they'll have to get over, that hard break of, okay, Henderson always wins. We can't compete with them.
Yeah, Hopkins Central, they don't play them, but they do play Crittenden and Lyon County next week. So those will be interesting, measuring stick games for the Lady Colonels. At number 4 is Davis County, 17-4 on the season. They have lost 2 straight, dropped Catholic on Friday, McCracken on Saturday. Really no shame there. They won 11 straight. Prior to that, Lane leads the way with 22.4 a game. Hayden's in double figures at 13.3. Briley Henry, if you get that version of Briley Henry that we got on Friday, and I know Davis County started a little slow, got behind the 8 ball, but she changes the team when she plays like that.
100%.
That's a different level of Briley Henry for sure. And not only that, but she's also the defensive enforcer I feel like she kind of brings that presence.
She is not just the defense enforcer; she is the enforcer of that team. I mean, she is. If Kennedy Lane is Wayne Gretzky, Briley Henry is Marty McSorley.
That's a great comparison,
without a doubt.
I actually bought my first NHL gear today.
Did you?
Yeah, Minnesota Wild Krill Kaprizov
there you go.
hoodie.
Okay,
I'll sport it in here next time as soon as it comes in. But no, they host Greenwood tonight, and then Apollo and Madison.
I don't know if Greenwood games didn't they cancel us for district games?
Yeah, they canceled it. Apologies. The Catholic boys game still going, I believe, at the school. Tabor texted me.
Okay.
So the boys' Greenwood game is on.
Okay.
But I think Davis County's Greenwood game is off.
Yeah, I think they had a make-up district game.
Yeah. Apollo, the talk show of the year, right? Apollo and Madisonville coming up before they play Catholic again. So I like them to make a little run, build some momentum, and try the Lady Aces again.
Oh, without a doubt. And they showed last year that those regular season games, they were 0-3.
We can't talk about that too much because we still have to hype the game.
I know.
Right?
They were 0-3, and then you beat.
Yeah.
I think what you saw in that Friday game is both teams are going to learn a little bit of how they want to play, and now they'll go make adjustments and see how that works out from here on out.
I agree. At the 3 spot, Heritage Hills 15-5 on the year, and they take on Evansville Central tonight in sectional play. Loser goes home. It's a good Central team, 14-11. This is a tough matchup out of the gate. And they're coming off a win over Princeton on Saturday. If they do win, they get Boonville, who they just beat in a barn burner just a couple weeks ago. No easy path.
I kind of like the whole sectional tournament thing. I like the way Indiana does their tournaments. I do, other than being class. But here's what I don't like. We are literally into the 3rd day of February, and like a quarter of the teams, girls teams in Indiana, season's over.
Done, yeah. Yeah, not only that, but you're doing this blind. I mean, come on. I know we've talked about it at length. But this blind draw thing is silly. Like, good. Can you not adopt a RPI system or something
Just
where we
anything.
can just put them, where we're not just putting these teams in a blender? I mean,
well, what they'll tell you is because of their conference setup, the schedulers,
but RPI, I feel like should help balance that out a little bit.
I would think
you got to be able to come up with a system better than a blind draw.
I agree with that.
Like, man, this is a 15-5 team playing a really good Central team tonight, and that could be their season. You got Mia Beecher. Right,
yep.
Noel.
I
can read today.
Yep.
I actually read it clearly now.
There you go.
16.5 points per game. She leads the way.
She's had a heck of a year.
Don't need her to be big tonight. Like I say, it's a good test against Central. We'll move it to number 2. We'll keep it in Indiana. South Spencer with a bullet to number 2. 16-5. They've won 8 straight games, including a good one over Boonville on Saturday. They got Pike Central tomorrow in sectional play, but Pike Central is only 3-20. So this one kind of worked out to where the record actually paid off, right? In the blind draw. They won by 21 in that matchup in the regular season, did the Lady Rebels. They'll get the winner of Forest Park and Mater Dei in the semifinals. And, those are 2 pretty good teams, but that's what you get. Start to get a little deeper water the postseason. They didn't play Mater Dei in the regular season, but they did beat Forest Park. And you got a 3-headed monster now. I mean, Harris at 17.4, Kanan at 12.5, and Meese at 12.1. So South Spencer's loaded, and they got everybody back next year.
Yeah,
but you don't want to talk about next year. You're in the sectionals. You want to beat Pike Central and move forward.
This team can make a deep run in this girls. Not only in the sectional, I think they can make a deep run in the regional and the semi-state. I think it's a really good basketball team with Howard. You've had Kanan. You said she's averaging 12.10, but I think if you look at her last 4 games, she's averaging just under 20 and averaging a double-double.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a really good basketball team. I was really close to putting them at number 1, but I wanted to see how the sectionals go.
The next time we roll around, it wouldn't shock me if they're not to number 1. We'll see how they fare. They're going to have some tough tests, but this is a really talented team, and I think they're going to be hanging around in the top 3 for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and maybe the preseason number 1 next year.
That's what, right? I mean, with that talent, for sure. Catholic's sitting at 1 again. They're 17-6. They'd won 12 straight games before falling in the All-A State Championship game. They're 7-0 against third region competition. It still runs through the Lady Aces, in my opinion, when it comes to third region basketball. They host Owensboro Friday. We'll have it for you on K-News. And will Dan be there for that one, too, on the other side on VJS?
Yes.
Yep, so you'll have Owensboro flavor on VJS, Catholic flavor on K-News, and then the Lady Aces play McCracken County on Saturday. Manahan leads the team right at 14 a game. Katie Hagan at 12.3, Muncie at 11, Martin at 10, and you got Newby, who's climbing up there. She really made an impact in the All-A. Newbie played really well.
Yeah, I thought she made the All-A All-Tournament team play well. Good, congratulations. Against Davis County, she picked up her 500th rebound in her Calacatta career. So make sure to give her a shout-out there. If they get, in that tournament, Hagan and Newbie were dominant in the paint. Manahan played really well too. Callie didn't shoot the basketball well. I mean, there's not going to be many days on a Saturday where Claudia Muncie goes, like 1 of 15 from beyond the arc, and a lot of them were really good looks. It's just one of those days.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't knock shots down. That three-headed monster with Muncie making the four-headed monster. I mean, I think they're the favorites in the region, but I mean, Davis County was right there with them. Breck will give them. I mean, it ought to be interesting. But like you said, it kind of runs through Calic as it always has in like the last 12 years.
Yeah, and I thought Martin was really good against Davis County. I think she flies under the radar.
She does.
She flies way under the radar. She does a lot of good things for this basketball team. That'll do it for our Owensboro Health Girls Top 10. We'll pause it, come back, and do a little potpourri. There's a really nice story I want to highlight that was in the Messenger yesterday. Young lady from Meade County. We'll talk about it next, live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
Let me ask you something real quick. How good does a buffet have to be to make national news? Fox News just featured Moonlight's Buffet as one of America's 5 most iconic buffets. You could travel the country looking for great barbecue, or you can just go to Moonlight. From tender smoked meats to classic sides and homemade desserts, Moonlight isn't chasing trends. It is the tradition. Moonlight Barbecue Inn. Come hungry, leave happy. Right here in Owensboro.
That's Moonlight Barbecue.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be stressful. When you work with me, Shane Cavan, Realtor with Century 21 Prestige, you get a partner who listens, communicates, and guides you every step of the way. Dream big and move fast with a Realtor who puts your goals first. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, contact me, Shane Cavan, at 270-485-2348, and let's get you moving today.
When something goes wrong with your plumbing, it never happens at a good time. It happens fast, and it needs fixed fast. Call RFI Plumbing. We're local, licensed, fully insured, and ready to handle everything from emergency leaks to everyday repairs and full plumbing projects. No guesswork, no runaround. Just clear communication, quality work, and a good job done right. When it matters most, trust the local pros at RFI Plumbing.
Finance comfort and affordability with Farmers Home Furniture. Discover what $39 a month can get you during the Hometown Tax Break sale. But these offers are only available for a limited time. Get a complete bedroom package as low as $70 a month with 0% interest till 2027. Low manageable payments means more choices for you. And applying for credit has never been easier. Apply online or visit your local store. Farmers Home Furniture, your hometown store.
It's Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry. Live here in the Floor Concept Studio, Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans taking you home on a Tuesday. Story in the Messenger Inquiry yesterday, I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but I wanted to highlight it. Cool, I thought. You got 8th grader Brooklyn Kaufman down in Meade County. She's blind since birth.
Okay.
Right? She's on the archery team.
Wow.
And she has really worked. I mean, hats off to the McLean County coach staff. They reached out to a former Olympian who was blind, who they said just volunteered to send all kinds of helpful tips. They've been coaching her up. Said her average has gone from 115 to 166 since they started coaching her up. And she said her goal is to score over 200.
That's unreal.
I just thought it was an awesome
That's an awesome story.
I mean, grader.
Yeah, I mean the power of the willpower that people have and the way they can overcome disabilities that they don't see sometimes as a disability. It's just, okay, I got to do things differently.
Yeah.
And that is awesome. I mean, can you imagine like archery, like you put one in my hands that I can see fine, I'm still liable to.
She gonna outscore me.
Listen, not only is she outscoring me, I would just shoot you.
Yeah. It said every once in a while she'll miss the target. Every once in a while. Like, I mean, if it was me, it'd be every once in a while he hits the target.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
You couldn't hit the target on PlayStation or archery Wii.
Shout out to Brooklyn Kaufman.
That's awesome.
Great story. How about, we're going to switch gears a little bit, a little potpourri here. We'll go to the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line. Chris wanted to get your opinion about the comments from Cashman and Boone about the Yankees. Cashman basically says they're not running back the same team.
Yeah, they are.
And then Boone says, it's the same team.
Well, I mean,
and then Cashman comes back and says they're getting a new team because it's going to be a full season with the players.
No, hold on.
Never mind the fact that they may get injured. We don't know, right? It's going to be a full season with the guys.
Full season with who? I mean,
full season.
Hold on, Bella.
The All-Star acquisition, so it's a new team.
What All-Star acquisition?
I mean, there isn't any. Like, I'm assuming he's talking about his own players.
Bellinger played a full season. I mean, I know Stanton was hurt for a while, but played the majority of the season. I mean, Judge didn't miss much time. I mean,
it is the same team, though.
It is the same team. Now you added. I mean, now you hopefully get Garrett Cole back.
Yeah. That's what he means. There it is.
Right.
It's a new team.
But once again, we don't know. I mean, this isn't. I mean, Cole is what 34, 35, 30. He's
just say what you mean, right? It's the Yankees. What did they do this offseason?
I mean, you signed Clay Bellinger and made a trade for a middle of the rotation arm.
Yeah, so what inspires you as a Yankees fan?
Not
to
a
believe
thing.
that you're going to be a championship
This
contender?
team's got the same warts that it had last year. Like, we got a third baseman that can't hit in McMahon. You're going to have to probably platoon him. They didn't go out.
Hoping Volpe makes a jump.
Volpe's not going to make a jump.
Dominguez,
where are you going to play Dominguez? Like, when you re-signed, when you offered and Grisham took his – or his
arbitration deal.
Well, it wasn't arbitration. It's like we put him on there and he takes the $22 million or whatever.
Yeah,
and then you go out and you get Bellinger. You're moving one of your catchers to first base to get him more bats.
Right.
Like you've completely blocked Dominguez and Spencer Jones, your two young outfielders. Where are they going to? I mean, you completely blocked them. So I guess you can use them for trade bait because you're going to play Bellinger in the outfield a lot. You're going to play Judge. Grisham's going to play. I don't know where Dominguez plays. Like, look at the end of the year, Dominguez. And now Dominguez is not a great outfielder defensively, but you completely blocked any chance that they have of playing this year. It's typical Yankees. You get guys that supposedly are great minor leaguers and big prospects, and you just never really give them a chance to hit or fail, and they just kind of toil in the minor league system until they're no longer prospects. I don't get it. I don't get what they did. I don't. This team's not a World Series team.
I mean,
you look at that team, and even if everybody stays healthy, that team is not competing with the Dodgers or the Blue Jays.
Well, yeah, just in the AL, just in their own division, right? I mean, you got the Blue Jays, the Orioles. You would expect
who made some nice moves,
right? You would expect them to. The Red Sox. I mean, I don't know. They didn't do much. The Red Sox. I mean, did as much as the Yankees, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I
think it was more. Subtraction than addition.
I love the
Sox,
Bellinger signing because he's a great defender. He had a great year with the Yankees. I think he's built for Yankee Stadium. He can play all three outfield positions in first base. I didn't understand bringing Grisham back. He had like a career year for him, and with the young guys you had in the outfield, it bottled everything up.
You wanted to let somebody walk, let him walk.
Yeah,
right?
and then I didn't like.
If
I know you
somebody
traded
back. You should have brought Soto back.
I know last year you traded for McMahon, the Rockies' third baseman. He's a great defender, but once again, he's a 210 hitter that strikes out a lot, doesn't make a lot of contact. You can't play him against left-handers. I'm not a Volpe guy. I think Volpe's kind of reached. I think Volpe's what you get.
Quickly, because we're almost out of time. I think that covered it with the Yanks there. I mean, we'll preview it again. Have to get Emily Nyman on ahead of the season. I'm sure she'll have some strong opinions.
Absolutely.
On the Yankees. What about, quickly, trade deadline coming up in the NBA? It seems like the trade winds are blowing Giannis to Minnesota.
Well, I mean, didn't they just make a big deal today with Utah and get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, clear some money?
They're trying to find some they're trying to get – I think the Bucks want McDaniels. Depends on what – if you're the Timberwolves, I mean, you have to give up McDaniels and Randall. I don't know. It just feels like it's kind of interesting to see how much you're going to have to give up to get Giannis. You completely blow your whole team up. You got Giannis and you got Ant. You got nobody else.
Well,
DiVincenzo.
You gave up a lot of pieces out there to Utah. You got a lot of draft picks back. You got that.
Let me get you on a little trend here real quick.
Okay.
The Wild traded for Hughes, best defensive team in the NHL.
Okay.
Giannis blows into the Wolves, right? Mm-hmm. Well, how about old Joe Burrow? Well, roll him into town.
Listen,
3 blockbuster trades in Minnesota for all your sports teams outside the Twins who are really struggling.
I think you would, if I'm Minnesota, you go for it, but I'm going to tell you what, you have a better chance of being the opening day starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns than the Vikings do of getting Joe Burrow.
There's no chance. I want to be clear. Like, I'm not, my hopes are at 0.
I love the day I was listening to Rich Eisenday.
It is Cincinnati, though.
It is.
Maybe I should raise it to 5% instead of 0. It is Cincinnati.
I was listening to Rich Eisenday, and the guy he had on there said all this talk you hear about a toxic between KLC and the GM is absolutely horse crap.
You have a lot of thoughts on that. Local listeners don't care about the Vikings.
It's going to be in my...
Just look at how he drafted. He deserved to be fired.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Yeah. He took paternity leave. I don't care. He sucked drafted. You're out. We'll see you next time live at 5.
You've been listening to Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game. Special thanks to Foreman Watson Holtree for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time for Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game.
Detroit